All right, I want to share an activity today called Hula Moolah, and it's actually an extension of another activity called Champions and Challengers. I'm going to link the video to Champions and Challengers in the description below. That way you can check that one out as well. I'll give a brief overview of how Champions and Challengers works, and then I will also talk about the money aspect here and how you wager money and earn money in this game. So basically, we have some lanes set up, color-coded. We have purple equipment here, and you can see blue equipment, green, red, orange, yellow, purple, blue again. So that all the equipment are set up in lanes. And on this near side where all these pins are here inside the hoops, this is the challenger side. The challengers are the players that start with the ball. We're using a koosh ball today, but you could use a beanbag as well. And the champions are going to start down on the opposite side. All right, so there's one champion at each pin down there. Now, the object of the game is to toss the ball back and forth. It could be overhand or underhand in an attempt to either make the ball inside the hoop or to knock the pin over. All right? First person to do that becomes the champion. So if the challenger on their first throw takes the ball and tosses it, and it either knocks the pin down or lands in the hoop, they win and they get to go become the champion. If they miss, then the champion will pick it up and they will toss at the challenger's hoop. They'll continue until somebody makes it in or knocks it down. Once the ball lands in the hoop or knocks the pin over, that person's the winner, and we'll call them the champion. So if the challenger wins, they go to the champion side. If the champion wins, they stay on the champion side to play again. All right. Now, if you lose the game, you're going to pick the ball up and put it back on the spot. Then they're going to take a lap around the gym, so around those cones, around the backside along the bleachers, and then down here along these cones, until they get over here to the start line. Now, the start line is going to be the spot where they look down this row of poly spots, and if they see a ball on the spot, that lets them know that they can leave the lane or leave the line and play at that lane. That lane is open, and they can challenge the new champion. Now, here's where the money comes in. Each player is going to start the game with $5. So I've set up $5 in singles at each of the hula hoops. And then anybody that starts in the line here will also start with $5, so that every player has $5. Now, in order to play the game, you have to have a $1 minimum wager. So you're going to take $1, and they're going to place it on top of their pin, just like that. That's the minimum. Okay, and my opponent will also do a minimum. Now, if we agree and we want to play for more than $1, my opponent and I say, hey, let's play for $2, or let's play for all $5, or whatever they want to do, that's up to them. They risk the money that they put on the pin. So then, as I described before, we'll continue taking turns. They'll throw back and forth. If the ball knocks the pin over, what happens is the player that wins gets to take the money that was wagered on top of the pin. So if it was just $1, they earn $1 from their opponent, and then they will also go over to the bleachers where I will be at the banker box. And if you can see that there, that's my box of money at the edge of the bleachers. And either I'll be over there or I'll have a student that may have a medical and has to sit out today, and they could be my banker. And they'll get a bonus buck for winning the game. So they get $1 in this case because they knocked the pin over, plus the bonus buck, so they just earned $2 more. So now they got $7, right? If they toss it and it doesn't knock the pin over, but it just lands in the hoop, then no money that was wagered is lost. They get to keep their money, but they do get the bonus dollar, so they'll get the bonus buck from the banker. So that way, no matter how much you wager, if it only lands in the hoop, you don't lose anything. Only time you lose money is if your opponent knocks down your pin, okay? You could still make it in the hula hoop and earn the bonus buck. So that's how we play Hula Moolah. At the end of the game, students try to count up how many dollars that they have and see what the high number is, or you can play and see which student has more money than what they started with or less money, or they can play as a partner pair, and at the end of the game they can find their partner and add up their money together and see what they have total. So there's a couple different ways you can score it. We've just been playing this week where the students add up their money individually. Now, if you're running low on singles, I always have the kids take, if you've got 5 singles or whatever, they can go and trade that in for a $5 bill or 2 5s or a 10 or whatever they want to do. And if you're out of money, and you've used up all your money, you have no money left, then the next time you come in to challenge somebody at the challenger side, you just let the champion know that, hey, I don't have any money, and we're just going to play for the bonus buck. So there's no money wagered on top of the pin if I don't have any money. But if I do have at least $1, I've got to play $1. So if I were to win after having no money, I'd get my bonus buck, and then as the champion, I would have my $1 to place on top of the pin as a wager. We call this game Hula Moolah.